Hello and welcome to the JSA Studio. I am your host, as always, Nathan, and today we're going to be talking about Quinn Ewers versus Alabama, how he played, and why I believe he has thrusted himself back into the QB3 conversation for the 2024 NFL Draft. We're going to be talking about some of his best plays and some of his worst plays, starting off with this play on what I believe is the second drive of the game. They're in the red zone and they need a touchdown. They're playing Alabama. They have no business not scoring a touchdown here if they want to win. It's a relatively simple play, rather. Ewers here is going to fake the handoff to his running back, and effectively he's going to read this defensive player right here. And if he goes up for the run, which is why you're going to get the play action. This is what an RPO is. Then he's going to throw it behind him. But if he drops back, then he's going to hand it off because they would then have numbers advantage inside here. So we're going to see how he does. We're going to play it nice and slow. And we're going to see here. He sees the blitz right over here. Doesn't particularly matter because his ball is getting out quick. He's going to fake the handoff. He sees this defensive player right here. It has coming up to play the run, so he pulls the ball and he's going to throw it behind him to number 13 here, and he does put the brakes on and then throws right over there. Now this is not the greatest placement, but he still should have caught this. The wide receiver still should have caught this. That's going to be a recurring theme with these plays today, is that wide receivers should have made more plays. This game should have been much worse than what it was. He had at least 2 touchdowns dropped, and that would have added 11 points to Texas's score. So, yeah, it could have been a lot worse. But you see right here, he's got 3 yards of separation between him and the nearest defensive player. He doesn't particularly need to sling this ball right when he does it. He could have waited half a second and then thrown it, and it probably would have been a much easier touchdown. Like if he threw it not right now, but right now, the ball would have been another 2 or 3 feet over into this area of the field. Number 6 isn't going to get there. Number 3 isn't going to get there. And it probably would have been an easier catch, and he would have been more open. The reason I bring that up is because later on in the game, he does see that he doesn't have pressure on a very similar play concept to this, and he does wait, and he throws it for a touchdown. 2 plays later, that's this play right here, same drive, and what we're going to see here is Quinn Ewers put a ball absolutely on the money, and his wide receiver is going to drop it. You're going to see Xavier Worthy, number 1, come down in here on a motion. He's then going to go up the field a little bit and then break back out where he came from. Normally, when you see somebody go into that little motion that they're going this way, it's because they want to get the head start on running across the field. They get the angle matchup, and he's going to be wide open. They know that, and Alabama probably prepped for stuff like that, so they go ahead and go contrary to their own tendencies here and draw up a very, very good play design. We're only really going to go through this one once, probably. Quinn Ewers is going to send that guy in motion, like I said earlier, and here we are. He's going to snap the ball. He's going to look over the middle of the field, look out here. He's going to see Xavier Worthy wide open. He's going to throw it. This is a good pass. It's a good location. Xavier Worthy just has to catch this. And there's nothing more about this play. Xavier Worthy just has to catch this. This is one of the 2 touchdowns that were dropped by wide receivers in this game. So on this play right here, we were lucky enough that the broadcast decided to show the all-22 angle. You're going to see Mitchell, number 5, run a clear-out route over here. You're going to see, I believe this is Xavier Worthy, just run a drag route across the field. And you're going to see number 13, again, come up here and run an out. And 13 is ultimately going to be the one to catch the ball right around there on the screen. But Quinn Ewers is going to have to navigate the pocket a little bit. And in future videos, if I ever say somebody is an arm thrower, This is what that looks like. Or if they used to be an arm thrower, this is what that looks like. You're going to see Quinn Ewers, all of his wide receivers is going to be reading over here. He's looking over here. Probably could hit Worthy right now over the middle. Don't know if it picks up the first down or not on this particular play. You got him right here. Number 9 could also come down and make a tackle. Who knows? But Worthy could also make somebody miss. Who knows? But he decides that 13, just because of the leverage and the coverage, is going to be wide open here. So he dumps it off to him right there. But as you see, he's throwing. Look at how he's set here. He's a little bit too far apart. You see that foot? It's actually directly in line with the ball here. Normally you want that inside. His front foot is also outside of his front shoulder by quite a bit, so that's not exactly where you want to be when you're throwing the football, but he has special arm talent. It's a very, very good arm. He was the consensus #1 overall recruit for a reason, and he's actually in the air when he lets go of that ball. He has almost no momentum moving forward, and he still manages to throw the ball where it needs to be. It's very accurate, hits him right where you're supposed to catch the ball. And number 13 here is actually going to go on to make a player miss and pick up a few extra yards. So actually the very next play here is going to be the play that we are going to talk about here. It's pretty much just a one-man route. You're going to see Xavier Worthy just run straight down the field for a touchdown. This is the first touchdown of the game for Quinn Ewers. And we're going to see here that he's going to navigate the pocket a little bit. He's going to snap the ball. 91 manages to beat one guy, coming out the field, giving a little bit of pressure. The offensive line holds tout, and he's going to throw the ball. And look how he's throwing the ball. He's a little bit more compact in this instance than he was earlier on. You can see ball, that's a horrible line, but the ball right about there. And his front foot is not out nearly as far, but this is still very much an arm throw. It's pretty much all arm. He doesn't really move forward at all when he's throwing it. In fact, the momentum is actually just sending it straight up in the air. Russell Wilson also throws his deep balls like this in the NFL, and this is a perfectly placed ball. He was actually running a post route, but because he put so much air under it, Worthy had the opportunity to curve off that post route, so the route looked something like this, and get into the end zone and catch the ball for a touchdown. And this, I believe, was the first explosive play touchdown that Quinn Ewers and Xavier Worthy had together. I think this was the first touchdown that they had where it was more than 20 yards or something like that. He's going to go on and celebrate as he should. We talked about some of the good that Quinn Ewers has done and also some of the bad that Quinn Ewers has also done so far in this game, and we're going to see both of those things on this play right here. What you're going to see here is you're going to see number 0, I believe, is going to come up here and run a dig route, and he's going to have to wait for forever to hit him because the offensive line does hold up. It gives them a nice little pocket to throw the ball into. But you're going to see Xavier Worthy come across over the field here as well, and we'll talk about that in a minute, but we're going to focus on the dig route here, coming over across the field. So Worthy's going to snap the ball here. Alabama is going to blitz. They're going to send 2 extra people, so they've got 6 people to Alabama's 6. He's actually, it looks like he's just spying, actually. And Ewers going to pump the ball there. And he is, this is the arm talent. This is the good side of the arm talent, because he is going to be in no situation here to throw the football, but he's going to be able to get it where he needs to be able to get it. He's going to get hit and goes down. He's going to sling it. And it's not the most accurate ball in the world, but it's good enough. Number 0 is going to catch the ball, almost break a tackle, and then go down for a big gain. But we're going to see on this angle right here, again, you're going to see number 0 go up here, run a little route like this. But you're going to see Xavier Worthy here, number 1, come right across the field right here. And he is going to be so wide open, it's ridiculous. Also, when you see the blitz, typically the first guy who's moving inside is the hot read. Look at how wide open Xavier Worthy is. He's the fastest player on the football field right now. he is going to be able to beat this guy right here. And then he just has to make the free safety miss, and it's a touchdown. Big explosive play, potentially. I'm willing to take that risk. Quinn Ewers isn't even looking at him during this play. He's looking at number 13. He's got to look at number 0 now. It comes off of him. He's like, oh, 0's open. But if he had read his reads properly in the situation, given that it was a blitz, probably should have dumped the ball off over the middle to Xavier Worthy. So on this play right here, you're going to see a lot of commotion, a lot of stuff going on. None of it matters. This is a one-man route. You got Worthy coming over here. He's going to run a little something like that. You've got number 7 coming over here. He's actually just going to sit down right about here. And number 24 is going to fake the handoff here. He's going to come out here and run a wheel route. Should have been a touchdown. This is going to be a quick one. This is the second touchdown that was dropped, in my opinion. Likely should have been a lot worse. You're going to come over here, and again, this is the route. These guys, none of these guys matter. He's just going to throw the ball, get it out over here, 24. Live, I thought number 2 would have gotten his hand in there. He didn't. There's another angle that they show later on. Maybe not in this highlight, but later on in that game they did. And he didn't really touch him. 24 just dropped this ball. Now, whether he would have gotten into the end zone or not is debatable because his momentum is taking him towards the sideline here. But he probably could have gotten in. Realistically speaking, I think he would have gotten in. So this is another dropped touchdown in my opinion. So this is the downside of being an arm thrower when you don't have your mechanics down. On this play, it's pretty bad in all honesty of Quinn Ewers. What's going to happen here is that you're going to see number 0 right here run a little route over the middle of the field. He is going to come open tad bit later than Quinn Ewers, I think, was anticipating. And you're going to see him. He's going to have to manipulate the pocket a little bit, but he's just not going to be able to get the ball where it needs to go. He's going to snap the ball here. He's going to look around over here. Nobody's there. Don't like that. Going to look back over here to the right. His eyes are actually pretty good on this play. Sees the pocket, sees the pressure right here. He's going to manipulate it a little bit. He's going to end up coming right up and over here. There's going to be nowhere near him. He's going to have all the time to reset his feet and deliver a strike, and he's just not going to. I'm going to pause it right here. Look at how he's throwing this football right here. There's no stability. He's on his toes. He's on his tiptoes. This is going to end up short, and not only that, but the release point isn't exactly great either on this throw here. It's lower than his head. You do like that to be a little bit higher. And he's going to leave it, and he's going to leave it short out over the middle of the field here. Number 0 had no chance to make a play on that ball, and it's because Quinn Ewers refused to set his feet when he manipulates the pocket. This is a recurring problem that you saw all throughout the day, but usually the arm talent overcame that. That is something that NFL coaches are going to be worried about, is his inability to reset his feet or his unwillingness to reset his feet and just rely on his arm. Because the fact of the matter is, even though he does have really, really good arm talent, he doesn't have Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Justin Herbert arm talent. He's probably more in like the Matthew Stafford camp in terms of arm talent, but maybe not even that. I think Matthew Stafford has a better arm than him. And he's not going to be able to do these things in the NFL because number 0 here is not going to be this open on this play. See how he's open? He's got like 3 yards from this guy, 5 yards from that guy, 7 yards from this guy. He's not going to be that open in the NFL unless there's a major coverage bust. So he's going to have to fit this in a bit of a tighter window, and he just doesn't appear to be able to do that without setting his feet, and there aren't very many quarterbacks in the NFL even that can do that. So on this play right here, we're going to see kind of the antithesis of that. We're going to see him make a throw that is fairly accurate and probably should have been caught on 3rd down. We're going to see him move around and manipulate the pocket and make the play, but the wide receiver just doesn't catch the ball. And this has been a recurring theme today. It's 3rd and 11. They need a 1st down. So he's going to look here. It's not open late. This is one of the few times Alabama actually got pressure. The right guard got beat on this play right here. Quinn Ewers is going to have to step up into the pocket. He can feel, I believe this is Dallas Turner, coming up from behind him. He knows that this guy is also right here, so he can't run. He's not going to be able to get it. And even if he could escape that, these three guys are all just going to converge on him. But he sees number 13 here. Again, break open late. So he's going to run a little route, go up here, over here. And Quinn Ewers is going to deliver a catchable ball. See, again, like he has no foundation to this. He's actually jumping when he's throwing the ball. This is all arm. And he's going to deliver a catchable ball. It's going to hit his hands and bounce off of it. He should have caught that. That should have been a first down. The drive should have kept on going. These are the sort of things that if Quinn Ewers had lost this game, when people say QB isn't, or win rather, isn't a QB stat, this is what they mean. Now, this right here on this play, this is the best throw that he made all day. What we're going to see here is you're going to see number 5, Mitchell. He's just going to run a go route. That's going to be about it. And Quinn Ewers is going to have the time to do this, so kudos to the offensive line. But the placement of this ball is special. Mitchell isn't even really going to be all that open. That is against Kool-Aid McKinstry, who is one of the best corners in the country. It's pretty decent mechanics. Don't particularly see reason to break it down there. He's going to loft this ball up there. And McKinstry commits the cardinal sin of man-to-man coverage. He's going to look back to the ball late. That's the cardinal sin of man-to-man coverage because he does not have time to react to the ball from where it is right here. And you're actually going to see him try to swipe at the ball, but A.D. Mitchell will already have it firmly in his grasp. Catch, tries to swipe at it. It's not there. Shouldn't have looked back. You should have looked back earlier or not at all. And this ball placement is very, very good. We're going to back up just a tad bit. And can't really see it because it's blurry, but the ball is right here. That is out of the reach of his arm, even if he had magically gotten his arm over just a little bit. The tip of his arm is like right here. Wouldn't have been able to get to the ball. It's beautiful ball placement. This is the best ball that he threw all game. All right, so we're a little bit later on in the game. This is the play that's going to ice the game away. What you're going to see here, the route concept is quite advanced, and I like it a lot. It's only really one read, but it is still impressive. You're going to see Sanders, the tight end, come over here and run a little out route. You're going to see number 13 come up here and run a deep sort of curl over the middle of the field. And what's going to happen is the free safety, for no reason at all, is going to jump that curl route. And that is going to allow Mitchell, who's going to come inside. This is zone coverage. So he's going to let him come inside and then just run deep down the field for a touchdown. So let's go ahead and let it play. We're going to see it right over here. Quinn Ewers again is going to have time. He's not particularly going to need to manipulate the pocket. You're going to see Sanders break out. You're going to see number 13 break down. Quinn Ewers see the free safety, jumps it, and lets it go. Mitchell is going to be wide open. Now, this corner right here for Alabama thinks he has help inside. So, of course, he's going to let him go. He thinks he has help inside so that he can play other parts of the field. Doesn't have help inside. This number 2 for Alabama, the free safety, I believe is a true freshman. So he's kind of getting picked on a little bit throughout this game. Mitchell is going to have a second touchdown and ice the game away. I think Quinn Ewers was very good in this game. I think there's a lot of stuff that he does need to work on, and I would quantify him mechanically, at least, as a project quarterback. That's not all that big of a deal, in my opinion. Project quarterbacks get taken in the first round and with high draft picks all the time. But that's just my opinion, man. That's just me. And what do I know? I'm just some asshole. So go ahead and drop a like if you liked this video. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. And I will see you next time.